Welcome to the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education and the sixth session of the Unit 1 Simple Stresses and Strains. Today in session 6 or sixth session we are going to solving the some some problems on the basis of on the elastic constants. In the last session, that is in the fifth session, we have solved some simple problems on the elastic constants. So in today's session, the first problem is a bar of 30 mm diameter is subjected to a pull of 60 kN. The measured extension on gauge length of 200 mm is 0.09 mm and the change in diameter is 0.0039 mm. Then calculate the Poisson's ratio and the value of 3 moduli. 3 moduli means Young's modulus, shear modulus and bulk modulus. Here in this problem he has mentioned the word gauge length, that means original length, and measured extension is nothing but delta L. So therefore read the problem carefully and write down the given data clearly. So therefore in the given data, so the diameter is 30 mm. Once the diameter is given, we can calculate the cross sectional area. A is equal to pi by 4 into d square, that is equal to pi by 4 into 30 square, that is equal to 706.86 mm square. And the load P is 60 kilonewton, that is 60 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, and length or the gauge length L is 200 mm and the change in length is 0.09 mm and the delta D is, or the change in diameter, is 0.0039 mm. So the first thing to calculate is Poisson's ratio. It is the ratio of lateral strain to linear strain. So lateral strain is the ratio of change in lateral dimension divided by original lateral dimension. In this problem, change in lateral dimension is the delta D and the original lateral dimension is the diameter, and the linear strain is the ratio of change in length to the original length. So therefore, as the change in length and original length and change in diameter and the original diameters are given, now we can calculate the lateral strain and linear strain separately. So as we know that lateral strain E lateral is equal to delta D by D. So therefore change in diameter is 0.0039 mm divided by 30 mm. Mm gets cancelled with mm. So therefore E lateral is equal to 0.0013. Similarly, linear strain E is equal to delta L by L, that is 0.09 mm divided by 200 mm. So the value of linear strain E is 0.0045. Once the value of lateral strain and linear strain is calculated, now we can calculate the Poisson's ratio, that is the ratio of E lateral to the E linear or the linear strain, that is equal to 0.00013 divided by 0.00045, that is equal to 0.288. So therefore M is equal to 1 by 2.288, that is equal to 3.46. Why we are calculating M means while calculating the shear modulus and the bulk modulus, the value of M can be directly used. So first elastic constant is Young's modulus. As we know that Young's modulus is the ratio of direct stress to the direct strain, where sigma is the stress, that is equal to P by A, that is force per unit area, and is equal to 60 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 706.86. So therefore value of stress is 84.88 Newton per mm square. And strain already we have calculated as 0.00045. So therefore Young's modulus E is equal to sigma by E, that is 84.88 divided by 0.00045. So therefore the value of Young's modulus is 1.88 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And the modulus of rigidity. As we know the relation between the Young's modulus and the modulus of rigidity, C is equal to ME divided by 2 into M plus 1. Therefore value of M is 3.46 and the value of E calculated is 1.88 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. divided by 2 into 3.46 plus 1. So therefore value of C is 0.729 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Then the last one is elastic constant is bulk modulus. As we know, the relation between the bulk modulus and the modulus of elasticity is, that is K is equal to ME divided by 3 into M minus 2. So therefore, by substituting the value of M and E, we can calculate K is equal to 1.485 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Next problem. A round bar 40 mm diameter is subjected to an axial pull of 80 kN and reduction in diameter was found to be 0.00775 mm. And find the Poisson's ratio and the Young's modulus for the material of the bar. Take value of shear modulus as 40 kN per mm square. The round bar of 40 mm diameter. Therefore, diameter is D is 40 mm, and immediately we can calculate the cross-sectional area of the bar. So therefore, A equal to pi by 4 into D square, that is equal to pi by 4 into 40 square is equal to 1256.8 mm square. And value of load is given, P is 80 kilonewton, that is equal to 80 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, because 1 kilonewton is equal to 10 raised to 3 or 1000 Newton. And delta D, that is change in diameter, is 0.00775 mm. And value of C, that is shear modulus, is 40 kilonewton per mm square, that is equal to 40 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. We know that stress sigma is equal to force per unit area, that is P by A, and that is equal to 80 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 1256 or 1256.8. So therefore, sigma is equal to 63.65 Newton per mm square. And we know that C is equal to ME divided by 2 into M plus 1. This is the relation between the shear modulus and the Young's modulus. So as we know the value of C, that is 40 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square, and we don't know the value of M and value of E. So therefore, two unknowns are there. So we convert this equation in terms of ME. Therefore, ME is equal to C into 2 into M plus 1, that is 40 into 10 raised to 3 into 2 into M plus 1. So therefore, ME is equal to 80,000 into M plus 1. Call this equation as 1. So therefore, ME is equal to 80,000 into M plus 1. We consider this as equation number 1. And we know that lateral strain delta D by D is equal to Poisson's ratio into linear strain. That is, Poisson's ratio is 1 by M into E. And we also know that E is equal to stress by Young's modulus, because Young's modulus is the ratio of stress to the strain. So therefore, sigma divided by ME. As value of delta D by D is given, so therefore we can write by little bit modification. Therefore, ME is equal to delta D by, that is sigma, just this ME will be brought in the left hand side, and delta D by D will be brought in the right hand side. So therefore, ME equal to sigma divided by delta D by D. So therefore, and is equal to, by already we have calculated the value of sigma, and delta D and D is given in the problem. Therefore, 63.65 the whole divided by 0.00775 divided by 40. We can put the bracket here. So therefore, ME is equal to 3,29,812. Now call this equation, this as the equation 2. So equation 1 and equation 2 are for the value of for ME only. So therefore, once the left hand side are same, then the right hand side parameters can be equated. So therefore, 80,000 into M plus 1 is equal to 3,29,812. Therefore, M plus 1 is equal to 3,29,812 by 80,000, that is equal to 4.12. So therefore, M is equal to 4.12 minus 1. So So therefore m is equal to 3.12, and Poisson's ratio is written in the form of 1 by m, so that is equal to 1 by 3.12. The value of Poisson's ratio will be 0.32. So either you can take equation 1 or equation 2 to calculate the Young's modulus. So from equation 1, ME is equal to 3,29,812. So therefore E is equal to 3,29,812 by M, as the value of M is 3.12. Therefore 3,29,812 by 3.12 is 1.05 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Therefore value of Young's modulus is 1.05 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. This is how we can calculate this type of problem. Next, a bar is 20 mm diameter and 1000 mm long. During a tensile test, it is found that longitudinal strain is 4 times lateral strain. Calculate rigidity modulus and bulk modulus if the Young's modulus is 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Then find the change in volume when the bar is subjected to a hydrostatic pressure of 100 Newton per mm square. You have to calculate the value of shear modulus and bulk modulus and also the change in volume. First, read the problem carefully and write down the data as given, things given in the problem. So, a bar of 20 mm diameter, therefore D is equal to 20 mm, and 1000 mm long, therefore L is equal to 1000. And during a tensile test, it was found that longitudinal strain E equal to 4 times the lateral strain, therefore E equal to 4 into E lateral, and the value of E is 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, and value of hydrostatic pressure, that is nothing but value of hydrostatic pressure or the stress developed inside the component is sigma is 100 Newton per mm square. We know that Poisson's ratio is lateral strain by longitudinal strain or the linear strain, E lateral by E. So therefore write E lateral as it is, and here in the denominator E linear strain is 4 times the lateral strain, therefore E lateral divided by 4 into E lateral. Here E lateral gets cancelled, and the Poisson's ratio is 1 by 4. Our value of M will be 4. Once the Young's modulus is given in the problem and the value of M is also obtained, then we can calculate the modulus of rigidity. We know that the relation between the Young's modulus and the modulus of rigidity is C is equal to ME divided by 2 into M plus 1. Value of M is 4. 4 into E value is 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square divided by 2 into 4 plus 1, that is equal to, after calculation, the answer for the C will be 0.4 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And bulk modulus, we know that bulk modulus K is equal to ME divided by 3 into M minus 2. That is the relation between the bulk modulus and the Young's modulus. Just substitute the value of Young's modulus and the value of M. Therefore 4 into 1 into 10 raised to 5 divided by 3 into 4 minus 2, that is 0.66 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. So the bulk modulus is over and the Young's modulus and the shear modulus is over. Now we have to calculate the change in volume. As you know that change in volume delta V is equal to E into V into 1 minus 2 by M. So value of original volume is, as you know that original volume is the product of cross-sectional area and the length, original length. Therefore pi by 4 d square into 1, that is equal to pi by 4 into 20 square into 1000. Otherwise you can calculate the cross-sectional area at the beginning only. Then you can take that directly the value of pi by 4 into d square, or you can substitute the value of diameter and calculate the volume. So therefore after calculation, original volume will be 3,14,200 mm cube. Three lakh 14,200 mm cube. and strain E equal to sigma by E, that is sigma is 100 because Young's modulus is E. We can calculate the value of strain if the change in length is given and the original length is given. Otherwise, we have to find out the strain by other relation, that is Young's modulus is a ratio of stress to the strain. Therefore, E is equal to stress by Young's modulus. Stress is given 100 Newton per mm square and the Young's modulus is 1 into 10 raised to 5. So, therefore, value of E will be 0.001. So, therefore, delta V equal to E into V into 1 minus 2 by M. So, E is 0.001 into 3,14,200 into 1 minus 2 by 4, value of M is 4. Substitute all the values of strain, original volume and the value of M, and after calculation change in volume will be 157 mm cube. And the next problem is the following data to a tensile test. Following data were observed during a tensile test. The diameter of the bar 30 mm, tensile load 50 kN, gauge length 300 mm, extension of the bar 0.112 mm, change in diameter 0.00366 mm. Calculate the Poisson's ratio and value of 3 moduli. Again, the value of 3 moduli means all the 3 elastic constants C, E and K. Note down the given data. D is equal to 30 mm and P is 50 kN, that is 50 into 10 raised to 3 Newton, and length L is 300 mm and delta L is 0.112 mm and delta D is 0.00366 mm. As the diameter is given, we can calculate cross-sectional area of the bar. A is equal to pi by 4 into D square, that is pi by 4 into 30 square, that is 706.85 mm square. So here in this problem, Poisson's ratio can be calculated by using the relation lateral strain divided by linear strain. So therefore, lateral strain is the ratio of change in diameter to the original diameter and linear strain is the ratio of change in length to the original length. So therefore, lateral strain E lateral is equal to delta D by D. Calculate it separately, 0.00366 divided by 30. So the answer will be 0.00012 and the linear strain E is equal to delta L by L, that is 0.112 divided by 300 and the value of E obtained is 0.000373. Therefore, Poisson's ratio 1 by M is equal to E lateral divided by E linear or the linear strain, that is just by substituting the value of lateral strain and the linear strain, that is E lateral is 0.0012 and the value of linear strain is 0.000373. Therefore, 1 by M is equal to 0.32. Therefore, Poisson's ratio is 0.32. So, or you can calculate the value of M is equal to 1 by 32, that is equal to 3.25. Why we are calculating the value of M? Because it will be directly used in the calculation of shear modulus and the bulk modulus. Young's modulus. As we know that Young's modulus is the ratio of shear stress, direct stress to the direct strain. So stress can be calculated by using the formula force per unit area, that is P by A, that is equal to 50 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 706. So the value of stress will be 70.74 Newton per mm square, and therefore already the value of linear strain is already calculated. So therefore Young's modulus E is equal to sigma by E, that is equal to 70.74 divided by 0.000373. So therefore Young's modulus is 1,89,651 Newton per mm square or 1.89 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Once the value of M is there and the value of E is there, now we can calculate the modulus of rigidity and the bulk modulus. So as we know the relation between the modulus of rigidity and the Young's modulus, we can write the relation, that is C is equal to ME divided by 2 into M plus 1. Just by substituting the value of M and E, we can calculate the value of shear modulus or the modulus of rigidity. So therefore m is equal to 3.125 into 18965 1,89,651 divided by 2 into 3.125 plus 1. So therefore shear modulus is 0.175 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Similarly, we can calculate the bulk modulus K, as we know the relation between the bulk modulus and the modulus of elasticity. So therefore, by substituting the value of m and e, we can calculate the value of bulk modulus. Therefore, after calculation, the answer for the value of K will be 1.75 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. So this is the end of the session. Thank you.